What's up, mates? Welcome to You Hate to See It, your everyday favorite podcast for emus in rain and more emus.
Not the emus.
The emus will rise again.
The emus attack. The emus attack before the rain, but then the rain
Actually,
makes the emus
the emus
attack.
don't need to rise again since they won the war. Adam, feel free to take it away.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of You Hate to See It podcast. My name's Adam.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Nick.
And
Monday.
Ooh, yeah! We're real happy that you're here to join us in our drinking shenanigans. You hate to see it, boys and girls.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
So, this week, I am still drinking my awful combination of Velka and Sprite. Oh, I just spilt all over myself. Oh, fuck.
Well, this will be a great fucking podcast.
Oh, it's leaking through.
Nick, say your thing. Nick, say your thing.
I'm out here.
No, not that.
Professionals have standards.
We don't.
Why are you?
As I spilt all over my fucking chest.
And that
Nick.
requires you get naked?
When it's soaking through my t-shirt, yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Be a man and stick with it.
All right, I'm drinking. I loved it so much the first or last week or the last time I drank
It was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago when I drank it. I'm drinking Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Because we
double
record
chocolate-
live.
The double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. So good. 9% alcohol per bottle.
Nick, it's been 2 weeks, at least over 2 weeks since the last time, and you should definitely be drinking alcohol now.
No, I'm still cutting back. I'm still just
Ah,
easing back off the lifestyle a little bit.
oof.
It sucks. I want to drink. Give
We'll
me
drink
bourbon.
for you.
I will kill for bourbon.
You have 2 bottles of it at my house.
Hey, so I have this isn't on our topics thing, but who do we think's gonna be the first one that has to outside of Nick's little thing here, for legitimate reasons has to stop drinking because of our fucking alcoholism?
Go just straight sober?
For full health concerns of don't drink or else die?
Yeah.
Or don't drink or go to jail.
Honestly, I still think, okay, 2 separate things. Don't drink or else die, definitely Nick. Don't drink or else go to jail, definitely Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm already at the don't drink or die part. It's I downloaded the light version of that app. We'll update you with the statistics as they come.
We're all coming. All coming for the statistics.
So,
I think the one time I never came was in stats class, so
so,
I love learning about them box graphs.
I don't even fucking understand stats, and I took 3 different classes of it, and it
4 of them failed. One of them.
yeah, fuck stats, man. I don't know what the fuck the point of that was. I know how to
That
read
was not great.
statistics. I don't think
We know how to use SPSS, which no department uses anymore.
Yeah, I love using 1990s programming.
You realize Excel's a thing, you gotta use this.
so,
Also, I don't know how to use SPSS. I've forgotten already.
I forgot the next day.
So, Chad has a question for us, and he asked if we could
How is
start.
Chad? We haven't heard from Chad in a while.
Well, you're gonna ask him.
Hey, how was
Chad, how are
quarantine,
you?
Chad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I feel that.
I think that's great.
So, Chad, what's your question?
Chad,
Okay,
I'm trying
cool.
to give you the best answer I can for that.
So for those of you who didn't hear Chad, because he's a mute, as
No, we have to let our fan art determine him.
yeah, even though he's already designed, but
It is definitely a tentacle monster.
he asked if Pinocchio says that his nose is going to grow, he's telling the truth, which makes his nose not grow. But because of that, he is now telling a lie, which means his nose should grow. Is his nose growing or is it not?
It's growing, but like he's about 2 inches in front of a belt sander, so it's
But-
not a good time.
Okay.
Where the fuck did the belt sander come into this?
It's what you get when you unleash paradoxes on the world.
Huh.
Jeff, how do you weigh in on this question?
Well, that's a lot to unravel. Mostly because I don't think I understood it, but
If Pinocchio says that his nose will grow,
yeah,
he's
he's telling the truth, but
because he's
Yes,
telling the
he's telling the
truth,
truth.
he is lying.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna. Oh god. I mean, yeah, it's gonna grow, but
I think there are.
no, yeah,
But it's
it's gonna grow because he's saying it's going to grow.
It depends on where some of the commas are.
That's true. It does come down to grammatical.
Like the
commas.
English language is very structured when it comes to stuff like that, like the placement of the
But
verb
also
in
it's
relation to
not.
the preposition. No, like they're.
You
I've
can
been
make
trying
a
to.
whole sentence out of like the word "very."
Yeah, but it also depends a lot on emphasis. So, in like emphasis of the e in front of before the r, stuff like that.
So
I can't remember
wait,
what the study is
emphasis
called.
of the e in front of the r. So the spelling of "very" is VERY. We never switch that while we're saying "very." Like the e's always in front of the r, my guy.
Very.
Yeah, but
That's not it at all. No, that last one had 17 e's, and
The
one
last
of them
one
was
was in
capital.
No, there's an actual legitimate study of like
God damn it.
placement of enunciation. So
Yeah, it's like helping your Uncle Jack off of the horse, or helping your Uncle
well,
Jack
that has
off
to do
the
with
horse.
punctuation, which is completely different. But
You were talking about commas. You literally
Alright.
mentioned commas.
bottom line, is Pinocchio's nose growing?
Yes,
Nick?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
I
Chad,
don't know.
for
I
your
didn't have time to
question.
break it down.
Have a good time back in the hole, Chad. Back to solitary confinement.
Say hi to the kids.
Hey, you get in that hole, you motherfucker! All right.
Is Chad your house goblin?
Yeah. All right. So I have a couple. We'll start with a couple. Might go to more. A couple very weird things that happened to me during quarantine that I'd like to expose to the world.
Is one of them that at the beginning of this podcast you decided to go shirtless and now you're just shirtless?
What do you want
We
me to
fully
do?
accept this
My
as part of
shirt
our
is
lives.
full of alcohol.
You're in your room, Adam.
Bring
I can
it
see
out.
your closet. I can see your closet.
Oh, yeah,
No, you can't.
I can see shirts.
You can't see it. So
You guys were wondering, Adam's nipples are like ungodly long. So like if they're not hard, they're just kind of like udders. They're like
Do your
2 inches
nips
long for
hang
no
low?
reason.
Oh,
You know what?
dude,
I'm making fun of Adam here. I'm making fun of Adam here. In solidarity, bro. In solidarity.
Nice. Jeff? Jeff, are you gonna take your shirt off too?
Solidarity. Why?
God, we should definitely be streaming these on YouTube.
I'm definitely turning that light off so that way no one can see this.
No, maybe it's us.
This episode's gonna be called 3 Shirtless Men.
You've heard
I
of
don't
the
want-
3 blind mice, but now you get to hear from the 3 shirtless men.
I don't want my FBI agent to know what goes around.
So one of the things that
It
happens
is
to me
much
during
cozier
quarantine.
in here. It's
So
hot in here. What do you want from me?
the first thing that happened was I was told. So I deliver pizzas is one of my 3 jobs that I do, and I was told.
This podcast isn't a job.
Yeah, I know. I just have a busy life. I was told unprompted by one of my customers that he told me that the coronavirus is like pissing on people. And I
Some
was
people
like,
really enjoy it.
and I was like, sir, I don't know what you mean. And he said, and he stopped me. It's pouring rain. And he stopped me while I'm standing in the rain. And I was like, okay. And he's like, so.
Did he at least give you a slice of the pizza and just stood there and talked to you in his door with pizza?
No. And
That's some bullshit I'd do.
I'm expediting this conversation. It took about 10 minutes for me to leave this guy's house because he wouldn't shut up. But so he goes and he's like, so if the whole world walked around naked and a man walked up and started pissing on you, who's going to get piss on them? You or the person they're pissing on?
But you just said if he walks up to you and starts
Oh,
pissing
if
on
he
you.
walks up to you, sorry, a little drunk. If he walks up to you and starts pissing, who's going to get pissed on, you or him? It's going to be me. I'm getting pissed on. But if you put on underwear and he starts pissing, who's going to get pissed on, you or him? He's going to get pissed on because he has underwear on. He's like, the coronavirus is kind of like pissing on people. Where if you wear a face mask, you're only pissing on yourself, but if you don't wear a face mask, you're pissing on everyone else. And let me
How
tell
old
you,
was this guy?
oh, like 30-something.
Might have been my cousin.
But he was also a massive redneck that he was like, I think he was missing a tooth.
Did he have the Confederate flag tattooed to his forehead?
No, but
Is it probably somewhere on his body?
probably.
Yeah, all right.
He was bald, wearing a baseball hat backwards, because, you know, that does a lot.
Keep talking. I have a great thing to segue off of this.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's it. I mean, apparently the coronavirus and wearing face masks is like pissing on people.
Oh, well, I mean, no. Not at all.
I mean, I see where he's coming from, but also that's the weirdest fucking analogy.
You could have chose so many better things.
And he looked at me like I was crazy for never hearing this analogy before. I was like, I also don't think about how I'm going to piss on people. So
Back to the Confederate flag tattoo. I have a cousin who is roughly like probably 9-10 years older than I am.
Nick also has a cousin, and Nick loves his cousin very much.
I can't legally talk about that.
So I remember one time I was pretty young. I don't even think I was in junior. No, I wouldn't have been in junior high yet. But I remember me and my mom were at a Casey's, and she saw my aunt in there, and they were talking about my cousin, who he had recently joined the Navy, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard he went like into the Navy and he went to basic. Like, how's that going?" She's like, "Oh, he got sent back like not too long after he got there," and my mom was like, "Oh no, why? Like, did something happen to him?" She's like, "No, they saw his entire back is a Confederate flag tattoo." And they kicked him out of basic because of it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Huh, yeah, that makes sense."
That checks out.
But just imagine being like that young and hearing about your older cousin, like, oh, he's going to the like Navy, like that's so cool. And then yeah, he got kicked out because he decided right before then to go get his entire back to be the Confederate flag.
I'd only do my stomach.
And I'm pretty sure like it had like a ribbon across it that said "The South will rise again" or something dumb like that.
Oh,
That's when
yeah.
it gets. That's
I
when it
was
gets
like-
real bad.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
It's a
ballsy
bad
move,
idea
right?
to start with.
that's so there's an argument for the Confederate flag as long as you're not using it for the same symbol that was at the time.
Same as the swastika.
No, I don't think there's any good argument for that.
No. Oh,
Well, the swastika originally was
the
a...
correct side. The correct side of the
Yeah, if
swastika.
you do it the
The
correct
Hindu
way,
symbol.
yeah, that's different.
Well, also, the swastika was like, if I'm correct, like an Indian tribe's like
Yeah, it's Hindu.
symbol.
I'm pretty sure it's a
Like-
Hindu symbol.
Like Native American, sorry.
No, it was Hindu.
Alright, I'm just gonna effort this really quick because
Swastika was Hindu.
Thank you. But continue on.
Hey, Nick, did you know Malcolm Merlin has a daughter?
No way! Did you know that Nissa is married to Oliver Queen?
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Anyway,
Hey, really quick, how do you spell swastika?
right. With a lot
S-
of T's, like there's a Z
I
somewhere.
think it's
in
SWASTICA.
there. Z. I think there's a Z in there.
That is not it. I don't think that's it. Maybe
Oh,
Look up Hitler and go from there.
SWAZTIKA.
Just go home. Just type
Well,
in Nazi
just-
party.
WSASTIKA. We're close. You flipped a couple of them around. Continue on.
All right. So the next weird thing that happened to me during quarantine. So I was at a Walmart.
Hold on. Give me 1 second here to explain to Nick how he's wrong.
Educational.
Hold on, I have it right here somewhere where I just saw it. The swastika was a widely used Native American symbol. It was used by many southwestern tribes, most notably by the Navajo.
Bitch.
Nick, never come at me when I know history facts.
Anyway, so another thing that happened to me while in quarantine. So I was at Walmart with my mask on, like a good little boy who doesn't want to be peed on or pee on
One
people.
little, real tall boy.
And I was in the self-checkout, as you do, because talking to people sucks in general. And honestly, the quarantine was not that big of a deal for me because I don't like people anyway.
Until it involves you not getting to see the few people you enjoy, and then
Yeah, that was the big oof.
Oh,
But
shit on a stick.
cool. So I'm there checking out, and my dad wanted a cucumber for his salads because he's a good man.
that's what he fucking wanted it for. Was it the biggest cucumber he could find?
Probably.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh.
Don't you
This
guys
is
hold
weird.
on? Don't you guys have cucumbers growing in your garden?
Now we do. At the time, they were not growing.
At a sufficient rate.
That's what he wants you to think.
Remember, this was during quarantine, which we are no longer in quarantine. So,
We about to be again, but yeah.
yeah, big oof. So I'm going in and I click on the little button that says search for a product because, you know, it's a cucumber. And I go and I click C, and the Walmart lady goes, yeah, it's CU. I look at her, I'm like, huh? And then I start scrolling down to cucumber, and she goes, yeah, it's spelled CUC. And I'm like, ma'am, are you spelling cucumber? And she's like, yeah. Ma'am, I know how to spell cucumber. And she's like, and then she looked at me, she's like, oh, and like got pissy with me. And I was like, and she just kept coming closer, and she's like, she goes, it's CUCUM. And I was like, ma'am, I know how to spell cucumber. Thank you very much. And like, I was like, why are you? And she kept spelling cucumber for me. I was like, ma'am, why are you spelling cucumber? And like, she wouldn't stop until I found cucumber and clicked on it. And I was like, and she was upset with me the whole time. I was like, what the fuck do you think I am? Like, I know how to spell cucumber.
I think the thing might have been like, did you only type C and then start scrolling?
No, because Walmart, they have like the
Is it
buttons.
just
With,
alphabetical?
yeah, they have the buttons that go, here's all the A, here's all the B, here's all the
Yeah.
C. So I clicked C and was scrolling down to CU. And she's
I
spelling
get it. You're scrolling down to see me because I'm shirtless.
But yeah, I was like, why the fuck are you spelling cucumber for me, ma'am? I don't like you anymore.
Well, Adam,
So
when
you
you
liked her in
don't
the first place.
wear a shirt everywhere, people just assume that you need
Nick!
a thing spelled for you.
Nick, I am only not wearing a shirt because I spilled alcohol on it, which was at the top of the podcast, and I am too fucking lazy to walk over there again, you goddamn shirt!
There'd be a lot of fighting going on right now.
Yeah.
In person. There'd be a lot of just hearing Nick actually getting his ass beat instead of like the trailer.
I'm gonna instinctively say shit I shouldn't say when I'm in the same room.
I'm
Nick,
not gonna
you
lie,
live
my
20
back's
minutes
sticking to my
away
chair.
from me. I will drive there and beat the shit out.
He'll suck you off afterwards, but he's gonna beat the shit out of you first.
Huh. It's not the worst deal.
It's probably better than a Blumpkin.
Oh my god.
I don't know either way.
Jeff only
Lumpkins
speaks
are
from
gross.
experience.
Blumpkins are such a gross thing to me. Like the idea of it is so fucking. Also, people who use the restroom while they're like significant others using the restroom. Nope.
I mean,
They're showering different.
Where
Using
did that
like
come
actually
from?
going
Where
to the
did that
bathroom.
thought process
yeah,
come from?
Jeff,
Because Blumpkin.
I mean, I think it depends on the situation. If I'm in there brushing my teeth and Morgan goes, I'm peeing right now, and I go, that sucks, I'm brushing my teeth, and she's like, well, I guess you're gonna see me pee. I think that's a different situation.
And then you get peed on, and it's like the fucking coronavirus.
Yeah, and then
it's
I'm
just-
like, where's your underwear?
And your significant other is a mask.
I don't think Nick fully got the.
Yeah, Nick didn't fully get the story.
Damn it. All right,
You,
back to the
you
top.
hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Back to the top.
So recently-ish from this podcast, this is actually going to hard date the episode.
No, it's not.
Tax day.
Tax
came
day
and went.
happens, what, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that. um, no. So tax day came and went. I did my taxes the Sunday
You mean
before.
like mid-February?
No, the new tax day, Jeff.
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
Did
Anyway.
you forget that happened?
And then when they extend it again next year, it'll be like December taxes.
I don't want to think about that.
But no, I had to. I came home that
And
that
then
night.
came in.
Came home that night from Adams. After a couple hours out, I got told, "Hey, where are my tax papers?" So I spent the next 2 days running around trying to get tax documents, even though I told people for 3 weeks, "Hey, taxes are due."
If you're wondering, Nick's side job is doing taxes for people.
That's a lie.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but when you tell someone in 2 weeks is tax day, that date doesn't move generally.
Unless the coronavirus hits randomly and people can't do taxes.
Yeah, but they usually
I
don't do
honestly
it.
don't know why tax day moved, because now everyone was sitting at home with plenty of time to do their taxes.
It's a fantastic question.
But anyway,
U.S.
besides
government
the
is a
point,
very complex thing of capitalism
it's a lot of checks and
and bullshit.
balances.
It's a lot of capitalism and overall bullshit.
Primarily bullshit.
Well, a sprinkle of capitalism.
It's like an hors d'oeuvre. Not an hors d'oeuvre. A garnish.
An appetizer?
A garnish of capitalism.
Yeah.
The thing you can't eat. You get to eat all the bullshit, but the garnish is the inedible capitalism that you're not allowed to be a part of unless you're in the top 1%. All right, so fuck off on taxes.
I mean, Nick, are you going to finish the story, or are you just going to leave us dangling here like a pair of saggy old man testicles?
No, I think we can come back to it next tax day.
That'll be how long it takes. I had to file 2 extensions. That's the gist of the story. The angrier, the more I talk about it, the angrier I get. And yeah,
More angry.
more
We
angry.
talked about this on a recent podcast about grammar. Actually, that might have been earlier in this one, but now that I think about it,
Yeah, that was the
Definitely
top
earlier.
of the episode, Jeff.
yeah. Sorry, I suck. Because Mondays. But no, Adam, I heard I heard a little rumor that your dad tried to kill you recently.
Yeah, twice. It was
Usually
fun.
once is enough. Why are you still breathing? Like, why are you
Well,
upsetting your father?
So, for those of you who don't know, I work for my father, in construction, and that's one of my 3 jobs.
The other is gigolo and prostitute.
No. Remember, we talked about earlier on this podcast that one of them is delivering pizzas.
Just a gigolo.
That's fair. But so the day started with we had to park in the street, and I had to get a ladder off the top of the truck. So to do that, I stand up on the wheel so I can reach over and undo the bungee cords that keep the ladder onto the roof. And I take the ladder. I undo the bungee cords, take the ladder. I hop down and I pick up the ladder. And as I do that, my dad grabs the other end of it, and immediately, while I'm still like catching my balance, twists to turn the ladder with me behind it into the middle of the street, where I got my arm got clipped by a rear view mirror because my dad decided that he needed to turn right then while holding the ladder and push me into the street.
Fucking boomers, dude.
Right? And so literally, like, it wasn't like clipping as like hit. It was more of like it brushed like the just the skin, like just the top layer of skin, like it brushed me. So it was enough for me to be like, what the fuck, but not enough for me to like move or any, like not enough for me to like fall back. So I was like, holy like what the fuck? And he was like, oh, well, sorry about that. And he walked away. He went full Canadian on me and just
Why is your
away.
dad a Canadian uncle?
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So then we get to so day goes on, and we're at our last job, which is putting a playset together. And we're putting the roof up, and he has the drill and all of the lag screws up on a pole, like it's like a beam. It's going across the one side of the playset, and he's trying to get the roof set into place. So he's like yanking on, like pulling it and yanking on it, almost like a penis. And and
Well, alrighty then.
Quite the analogy.
it's better than pissing on people. So,
I don't know.
but it
So
was
you're telling me the
shaking.
coronavirus is like jacking off on people?
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
And he so the playset was shaking, and he dropped a bunch of lags while it was vibrating. So he was like, "Hey, can you pick those up?" And I said, "Sure." I bend, like walk up, bend down, start picking up the legs, and all of a sudden he just keeps fucking trying to put the roof in, and the drill falls. Let me tell you, when a drill hits you in the back of the head because you are picking up lag screws that your own father asked you to pick up, and then he didn't wait for you to get out of the way before he kept being an asshole, let me tell you, that's fun.
Let's talk about your dad's weak limp wrist.
Well, my dad's wrist is about 1 inch in thickness, and yeah,
Well-
no, I flipped a shit. I almost just walked off the job. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you can't wait for me to leave?" He's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, man." Like, fuck you. Like, I don't care how sorry you are. You just hit, like, thank God the drill hit me with the battery side down and not the fucking drill bit side down. Like,
One of the story kind of like that. One of the worst times I had working when I was doing painting was we were painting the outside of a house, and it was like a very tall 2-story house. So we had the like 24-foot ladder out, and Courtney was up on it painting like the top part, and it was windy as shit out.
yeah.
So therefore, 24-foot ladder plus wind plus like 80-pound human being on top of ladder at like max length. Not a great scenario. I remember I was painting below her, and I just started, like, the wind picked up. I was like, oh, like, that sucks. And then I heard like the ladder behind me like just rattling. I was like, huh. I look over as it's like literally like violently shaking, and I just grab it and I'm just like holding it. And Courtney just looks down. She's like, oh, thank God. I thought I was about to just fucking die up here. I was like, I thought I was gonna die down here from a ladder falling on me. I was like, you know, I can only take so many more hits to the head before I just fucking die. And that's how it came out to be that I helped her not die, and also myself, even though I was really looking out for myself.
When I was 4 years old, I got hit in the back of the head with a wiffle ball bat.
It's a fucking wiffle ball bat. It's fucking
What are you,
plastic.
a pussy?
No.
If you were a baby, I would say that was reason for concern.
I'm not.
At 3 years old, your head should be strong enough to take.
No. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about my father going Barry Bonds on a fucking wiffle ball.
Maybe you shouldn't have taken his snickerdoodle. I don't know what to tell you.
My 3-year-old brain was like, I want a bat. Boom. Boom.
I mean, you asked and he fucking delivered. I don't know what you fucking want from him. It's better than he's done the last 10 years. So.
Rough.
Apparently, I got taken to the hospital soon after that.
That's one should do with their 3-year-old after they get hit in the fucking head.
But it was a wiffle ball bat.
It was like a full-fledged, like, fucking 34-inch, like, 28-ounce fucking... I don't remember baseball bat ratios. I think that's... Might be right. Hold on, let me check this really quick.
Jeff said the effort's a lot.
Yes.
This is my second time.
That's a lot.
That's 3 more times than what we do normally.
That's more than what Adam's done today.
Hold on. I have worked 3 jobs today.
So a Major League Baseball bat is 42 inches in length, apparently. Which I don't think is right. Oh, 34. Yeah, 34 inches, 32 ounces. There it is. I was like, 42 is not okay. That is way too long. I was like, I'm pretty sure the max we were allowed in fucking high school was like 32, 33. But yeah, no, if it was like a fucking 34, 32 inch fucking wooden bat, just smashing a 3-year-old over the fucking head.
It wasn't a full wooden bat. It was just a
wiffle ball.
It was a wiffle
So it's
ball.
plastic.
Yeah, but he was still going Barry Bonds on that ball.
That's understandable.
I mean, when I was a kid, I was putting groceries in the back of my mom's truck, and she decided that at some point it was the right time to close the hatch, which, let me tell you, as the person who got hit in the head with a trunk door, it was not the correct time to close the hatch.
My sister, when I was young, like pretty young, like 6, 7, 8-ish, thought it would be funny to, while the trunk was open, stuff me in it and shut the trunk real quick.
Ooh.
That was traumatizing.
I mean, how old was she?
Well, she's 7 years older than me, so she's a teenager.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh god.
No one cares. All right, next topic.
I got my thumb shut in the door once.
We've all done that.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
When I was in 5th grade,
You started men's volleyball.
I went to but that's besides the point.
Mm.
I went to go close the door because we were doing a presentation.
Because he was too busy training to be an athletic person.
I put my thumb in the door jamb and full on closed it to where I just completely shattered the nail, and like it took 2 months to grow through again, and it was awful, and like the nail came off.
Oh,
When I was in middle school, I got my first ever pocket knife, which my parents did not get me. I found it. I found a pocket knife in the middle of a parking lot.
As all boys should.
I took it home, and then
proceeded to stab everything.
I had a little plastic lock that was from some kind of stupid toy chest or something. So a little plastic lock. And I was like, I wonder how long it would take me to cut through this plastic lock with this pocket knife. So I take the pocket knife and I'm grinding it down. I'm cutting. And right when you get to the end
I've done that before. I'm feeling it.
You're like, I'm almost done. Like, I want to be done now. So you put a lot of force into it, and then all of a sudden it makes it through. But sad day for you, because you were using a lot of force to cut through it. Your little fingy was in the way, and you were going with such ferocity. Middle school, like 11 or something. And the knife went into my finger and hit bone.
Wait, you guys got into middle school at the age of 11?
How old are you in middle school? I don't know.
Like 16.
Oh.
No, middle school is like fucking
11.
6th through 8th.
But yeah, so I have a scar on my finger, which my parents still don't know that that's how it happened. I told them I dropped something, and my bed frame had metal all over it, and so I told them I accidentally jammed my finger into the bed frame and it sliced me open. But in reality, I was stupid and I slit my finger half open. And I ran down to my dad. I was like, holy fuck. I didn't, and he was like, oh, you might need stitches. And as someone who's afraid of needles, that's not what you want to hear. So I was like, what if I just band-aided it up for like 3 days? And he's like, I mean, it will probably heal, but like, don't use that finger. so I bandaged it up for 3 days and never went to a doctor or anything. And it's actually crooked. The finger tip is crooked, and and because I decided to use this Found's pocket knife to cut open a little plastic lock on a toy.
I've done that exact same thing, but with a cork.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, if you've done exactly that thing, I don't like how similar we are. I also don't like how Jeff put the T-shirt back on.
Yeah, he's
Kristen's mom was downstairs, and I thought it would be appropriate if I was not shirtless.
and pantsless. Yeah, we know.
Jeff's sitting there
I'm
naked.
still naked from the waist down.
No, I've done the exact same thing with a cork. I had a knife, and it's just exactly what Adam just described. You're like, huh, I'm almost done. Gotta make sure it gets done now.
Yeah, like, you realize, like, you're fine with being patient until the last leg of the, like, it's like running a race. The first, like, a 5K, the first, most of it, you're like, I'm just gonna jog.
Now, how are
I've run a
you?
lot of the 5Ks, okay? I'm sorry.
How are you cutting? Were you like cutting this way? Like how were you cutting?
So
when you
I
did
know this is not going to be a thing for, the audio podcast that we're listening to, but so I'm holding the lock normal. I don't know, like, I'm holding
How
it,
everyone would hold a lock.
thumb on the face of it, pointer finger behind it,
Okay.
and the lock, like the bar that goes around, even though it's plastic, but the the half moon part or whatever, the U part, is above my fingers. So I'm holding onto the actual lock part, and then the U is going up and over.
Okay.
And then I am slicing down through the lock, the little plastic lock. So when I slipped, it went straight through the first knuckle of my finger.
Okay.
Of my pointer
So, like-
finger. Like this, Nick. For
Okay.
the visual people, I was cutting down like this, and so when it went through there
Ooh.
across the first knuckle.
So I was going like so. This is a cork. Like it's a little bottle, and like I was going like this, and just pulled a little too hard, and just
slit your
cut.
thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were cutting the cork. For those of you, in the audio podcast, like all of our podcasts are released, I cut through my forefinger. There's no real good way to explain how I was doing it, except what you just heard. Nick was cutting as if he was cutting
An onion.
No, you were cutting it like in your hand, like you would like a vegetable, like a carrot or a
banana,
hot dog
yeah.
over top of like a pot.
Yes,
Yeah.
banana, the most popular of the vegetables.
Yeah, and I just cut straight through the pad of my thumb. I also stuck my index finger on top of a cigarette lighter, like a car cigarette lighter.
We've
It
all
would be.
done that.
Yeah, I was like 9. It hurt a lot.
I didn't see. I thought the orange metal was pretty, and I wanted to touch it.
No, I just pushed it in, pulled it out, and just tapped my finger to it. Next thing I know, my finger's bubbling.
No. Mine was full on. The metal was orange, and I thought it looked cool. And I was like, and you're a child, you want to poke everything, so you're like, oh, this is really cool. Poke. Hey, why on that last poke did some of my finger not come with my finger?
Oh.
Oh, one time, so this was a while ago. I've been working for my dad for a while, but I went and we had to turn off the water to the water heater, to the hot water tank. And so the hot water tank has the water line going into it, and then it also has like an air vent going into it, and that's what pumps in some of the hot air to heat up the water, depending on the tank and how old it is. And the shutoff valve was on the opposite sides of the pipe leading into the water tank. So I'm reaching over the water heater, reaching over the air pipe to turn off the shutoff valve. There's a lot of water pressure going through that. So I'm pulling with all my might to get it to shut off. And all of a sudden, or I was pushing, sorry. I was pushing with all my might to get it to shut off. And about halfway, because it's only a quarter turn deal and it shut off. So halfway through that turn, the water pressure forced it the rest of the way closed on me, which was a slight shock, especially when it pulled my arm into the vent and started melting my arm off. I still to this day have a big scar across my forearm of where my arm, with the force of the water pulling my arm forward, landed on the hot air pipe and started melting my skin off. And it's real uncomfortable when you then go, oh shit, you pull your arm away, some skin stays there, you run up to get burn cream, and you have to tell the customer, hey, so there's some weird burnt stuff on the thing, and that's just my skin.
Ooh.
Yeah, we had to tell the customer that I left skin on their water heater.
Ooh.
Because it legitimately melted skin off. So
Never had a big burn.
probably
like
should have gone to the hospital, but again, I work for my dad, and my dad's the kind of person that likes to push me into the middle of a street. So
Y'all are fucking dumb.
I mean, it's not like I tried to do any of these things.
I've burned myself pretty bad while glass blowing, but you grab the pole too high, you don't cool it off right. Something falls off when it shouldn't, and then you instinctively try and grab it, even though it's molten glass. That hurts a lot, actually, because it's heavy too, and then it also just burns the fuck out of your hand.
While you were glass blowing, did you ever try eating the glass while it was still malleable?
I have not, no.
I think you should try that next time.
Oh, because I don't know if you knew this, but when glass isn't, one, I don't recommend eating glass when it's cool. But people let it cool so that way, it isn't hot.
I mean, but people eat soup hot, so I don't see a difference.
Not at 500 degrees Fahrenheit, Adam.
You've obviously never had soup that Justin's made.
That's like flash boiling. It boils as soon as it hits air.
Huh. Weird flexes going on over here.
There are.
Jeff's just over here fucking windmilling his penis in front of his camera, so I don't know.
He always does this toward the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's because I had to change vape batteries, and these batteries are busted as fuck.
You know what? I still want nicotine. After 2 weeks, I still want nicotine.
I'm telling you, dude, hardcore drugs.
You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it.
I gotta snort these Altoids. Hold on, let me grab one of my LaCroix.
You should get Buble, because that's way better.
It is way better.
Bubbly. I just
Bubbly.
like the bubbles. Like I don't like.
So I know it's called bubbly, but the Michael Bublé commercials of him changing every bubbly can to say Bublé just fucking hit me in the perfect spot. And
doesn't he get chased up by the store owner too?
He's recorded so many of these fucking commercials of him literally just writing writing Bublé on the cans instead, and I love him. So I just call him Bublé, and it pisses Morgan off a lot. But
who doesn't like Michael Bublé?
Michael Bublé is a saint.
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever done anything wrong? Probably not.
Let's check. We have access to the internet.
Oh, Nick's efforting for the first time this episode, everyone. Nick's efforting.
At least we hope so. And it doesn't go away again.
I'm still not going to effort.
Michael.
Make sure you spell Bublé with the little liney thingy over the E. Find the correct alt numlock codes to make that E.
Criminal record.
Who said he had to have a criminal record?
10 things you didn't know about Michael Bublé.
Yep, I am also there.
10, his breakthrough album was his third album.
Wanted
9,
to be a
he
hockey
was
player.
wanted to be. He also wanted to be a hockey player.
I love this man even more.
One of his first jobs was fisherman. He never learned how to read or write music.
I thought you were just gonna stop with he never learned how to read or write.
I don't think he has.
No, it doesn't look like.
Is he?
He does own part of a hockey team.
Which team?
He is a part owner of the Vancouver Giants.
Hmm.
They're a junior hockey team.
Yep, I was like, I played in that league.
No, I said if he's ever done anything wrong, guys, not.
Yeah, Nick went very specific.
So did
I was
I.
just
I
hoping there'd
typed
be-
in. I said,
But-
has he ever done anything criminal?
Oh,
But it doesn't look like he ever has.
so he's a saint, and he's
Yes.
so Bubbly should change her name to Bublé.
Truth. But
Honestly, that's way more fun to say too.
Fair enough.
On
Bublé.
on that note,
Bublé. Bublé.
Adam, take it away.
Bublé.
Thanks so much for listening to You Hate to See It. You can listen to us wherever you find podcasts every Monday. We also upload every Friday to YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at YOU. Yeah, I got the. It's been a bit. YOUH82CIT, where Nick will always respond to any tweet that comes at us because Nick's job is to run Twitter, and he does such a good job at it, right, Nick?
Especially since it's been 2 weeks since our last episode, where you've talked to me about that after. Hey!
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Oh God.
Can't wait to cut this part out.
Um,